One cracked wheel at 150 miles per hour. That's all it takes to turn your $100,000 GTR into a memorial on the side of the highway. And it happens more than you think. The Nissan GT-R R35 puts down brutal power through its all-wheel drive system, but even Godzilla depends on proper wheel and tire fitment to stay planted. This isn't just about looks, it's about not dying. Get the fitment wrong and you're looking at rubbing fenders, destroyed tires, suspension damage, or worse, catastrophic wheel failure at speed. Today, we're covering everything: stock specs, the most popular aftermarket setups, how aggressive you can go, and the mistakes that'll cost you thousands. Let's start with what Nissan gave us from the factory. Every GT-R from 2009 through 2024 uses the same bolt pattern: 5 by 1 14.3 mm with a 66.1 mm hub bore. Remember those numbers, they're critical. Standard GT-Rs run 20x 9.5-inch wheels with a plus 45 offset up front, and 20 by 10.5-inch with plus 25 offset in the rear. Factory tires are 255/40 R20 front and 285/35 R20 rear. These are forged raised engineering wheels weighing about 26 pounds each. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Nismo models run a wider front wheel, 20 by 10 inches with a plus 41 offset, while keeping the same rear setup. They still use the same 255 width tire up front, just slightly stretched for sharper steering response. Track Edition models sometimes get these Nismo spec wheels too, so always verify what you're starting with. The key takeaway? Stock GT-Rs have conservative fitment with plenty of room for improvement. Now for the good stuff, what actually works. The most popular aftermarket setup by far is 20 by 10 front with 20x12 rear. For offsets, you want plus 30 to 35 up front and plus 20 to 25 out back. This fills out the fenders perfectly without rubbing on stock bodywork. Tire-wise, run 285/35 R20 front and 335/30 R20 rear. Some guys even squeeze 345s on the rear. Volk TE37 Ultras in this spec run about 1,300 per wheel, but they're forged and incredibly strong at just 22 pounds. Advan GT and Racing RS are also popular choices around 1,000 per wheel. For example, one owner runs Advan GT wheels 20 by 10 plus 35 front, 20x12 plus 20 rear with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, 285s up front, 345s out back. Zero rubbing with track alignment on stock fenders. That's the sweet spot right there. For track guys, many drop down to 18-inch wheels for more tire selection and lighter weight. Common track setup is 18 by 10 plus 22 all around with 275/40 018 R compound tires like Nitto NT01s. Just make sure your 18s clear the massive brakes. NK NT03 and certain Volk designs work great. Drag racers go even more extreme with 18 by 10.5 plus 15 wheels running Mickey Thompson ET Street R drag radials in 3/45 45 R18. These setups require careful diameter matching to keep the all-wheel drive system happy. Want to push the limits? Here's how far you can go on stock fenders. Up front, 285mm tires on 10-inch wheels with plus 30 offset is about the maximum before rubbing. Some have squeezed 295s, but you'll need perfect alignment and possibly rolled fenders. Anything wider than 305 up front will absolutely require fender work. In the rear, you can fit 335s easily, even 345s with the right offset. The magic number is plus 20 offset on a 12-inch wheel. Go lower than plus 15 and you'll start poking past the fenders. Now, if you're willing to roll the fenders, basically flattening that inner lip, you gain crucial millimeters. With rolled fronts, 305 tires become possible. Many shops use a fender roller tool and replace the plastic liner clips with zip ties for extra clearance. One owner reported running 305s up front after rolling, though he still got minor rubbing on track at full compression. For those going full stance mode, wide-body kits change everything. Liberty Walk and Rocket Bunny kits add 50 to 100 millimeters per side, requiring extreme negative offsets like 20x11 -20 front and 20x13 -30 rear. At that point, you're in full custom territory. Tires make or break your setup. For street performance, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S is the gold standard. Available in all common GTR sizes with exceptional wet and dry grip. Bridgestone Potenza S Chausseuon and Continental Extreme Contact Sport are solid alternatives. Track guys should look at Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 or Toyo R888ER. Way more grip, but they're basically slicks in the rain. The R88R is especially popular for high horsepower builds doing roll racing. For all-season capability, Continental DWS06 Plus is your best bet, available up to 325 width. Now suspension. This changes everything. Lowering springs like Swift Spec R drop the car about an inch and actually help fitment by adding negative camber. The wheels tuck in at the top, giving more fender clearance. But you lose upward suspension travel, so big bumps become your enemy. Popular coilovers from KW, Öhlins, and Tane offer more control, but watch for clearance with the spring perches. Some coilovers sit wider than stock shocks and might contact your tires. A good alignment is critical after any suspension change. Stock specs are negative 1.7 degrees front, negative 1.0 rear. When lowered, you'll naturally gain negative camber, especially in rear. Great for fitment, but watch your tire wear. Here's what not to do. First, ignoring hub bore. The GT-R needs 66.1mm center bore wheels or proper hub rings. Without them, you'll get vibrations that'll drive you insane. Second, buying wheels based on bolt pattern alone. Just because it's 5x1 14.3 doesn't mean it fits. Offset is everything. I've seen people buy wheels from wide-body cars and wonder why they stick out 3 inches. Third, overstretching tires for looks. Putting 255s on 10-inch wheels is asking for a blowout at speed. Fourth, cheap replica wheels. Your GT-R weighs 3,800 pounds and pulls serious Gs. Those $1,000 eBay specials will crack. Spend the money on quality forged or flow-formed wheels. Fifth, wrong lug nuts. GT-Rs use M12X125 thread pitch, not the more common 1.5. And most aftermarket wheels need conical seat lugs, not the flat factory ones. Finally, skipping the alignment after changes. Even small wheel or suspension mods affect alignment, leading to premature tire wear and poor handling. For most GT-R owners, here's the setup I recommend. 20x10 plus 30 front, 20x12 plus 20 rear, with 285/35 and 335/30 tires. Stick with forged wheels from Volk, Advan, or Work. Use Michelin PS4S for street or Cup 2s for track. This gives you aggressive looks, massive grip, and zero rubbing with just minor fender work. Expect to spend $4,000 to $6,000 for quality wheels and another $2,000 for tires. Where should you buy? Skip the generic retailers and work with fitment specialists. Threepiece.us has been building custom GT-R setups since 2014. They know every brake clearance issue, every offset that works, and can build wheels to your exact specs. They'll include proper hub rings, lug nuts, and even mount and balance everything. When you're spending this kind of money on a supercar, work with people who specialize in getting it right the first time. Your GT-R deserves proper wheels. It's not just about looks, it's about performance and safety. Hit subscribe for more technical deep dives, drop your wheel specs in the comments, and check out threepiece.us for expert fitment advice and custom builds. Don't be the guy with the cracked wheel at triple digits. Do it right.